Hello friends, very good morning to one and all. This is Dr. Janardhan Pawar from TC College Baramati. In last lecture, we people have seen types of channels of business communication. Under that, we people have seen two different types of channels of communication, and those two different channels of business communications are formal communication and informal communication. Apart from this, we people have seen the concept of formal communication as well as we people have seen the concept of informal communication. Similarly, we have seen its advantages and disadvantages. And now in this video, we are going to talk about the concept of formal communication, and under sub points also we are going to discuss. So friends, let me tell you the types of formal communication. As we have seen the concept of formal communication is done in a curtailed environment and constrained environment. People, they follow rules and regulations, and they try to communicate their messages by using this particular type of communication, which is called as formal communication. So there are different types of formal communication, and we are going to focus on those different types of formal communication. Basically, there are four types of formal communication, and those four types of formal communications are downward communication, upward communication, horizontal communication, and diagonal communication. Friends, we are going to see all those points one by one. Before that, let me give you some idea about downward communication, upward communication, horizontal communication, and diagonal communication one by one. So see, when we talk about the concept of downward communication, the word downward communication reflects everything. It means the flow of information is from top to bottom. It means what? Management authority will pass the message to its worker, and whatever authorities are there in the line of this downward communication, that they follow rules and regulations and orders also. Similarly, we can talk about the upward communication, horizontal communication, and diagonal communication one by one. So in this slide you can see different types of formal communication, and there are four types of formal communications that we see in this particular slide. And when we are going to talk about these four different types of formal communication one by one, we are going to discuss all those four types in a detailed manner. So we are moving to the first point of formal communication, that is downward communication. So here in this slide we are going to talk about the concept of downward communication, as well as we are going to talk about its advantages and disadvantages. So friends, when we think about the concept of downward communication, the name reflects everything. It is coming from the top to the downside or the bottom side, and this is what this concept is called as downward communication. I have given one chart, I have given one picture in this slide, and that from that picture also you can understand the concept of downward communication. Just look at the picture, just look at the diagram, just look at the flow chart that we call it, and from this flow chart you can understand the concept of downward communication. This particular flow chart is also called as downward structure. So in this downward structure, there are different authorities, and they are just passing their messages. If you look at the first flow chart, in that first flow chart, there are at the first level, at the top level, MD is there. Second person is that chief executive. Third person is senior manager, section manager, and last one is middle manager. So this one is the structure. If you look at the flow of information in case of downward communication, flow of information is coming from the MD, then it goes to chief executive officer, then it goes to section manager, and finally it goes to middle manager. And whatever middle manager is there, he will send that particular message to the workers or supervisor. So this way information is coming from top to bottom, and this kind of communication is called as downward communication. If you look at the second diagram or second flow chart, in that we can see at top level chief executive officers are there. After that, there are two parallel level officers, marketing manager and production manager. Those are at equal level, and after that supervisors are also there. So this one is a chain, and the information is coming from this way. So at a chief executive officer, he will send information to both the managers, that is marketing manager and production manager. and he will also send the information to supervisors also. So this way, or superintendent also we call it. So see, this way information is flowed, and this kind of flow is called as what? Downward flow. So one thing you people have to remember here, in case of downward communication, information flow is from the top and it goes to the bottom. If you look at the first structure, that kind of structure is called a chain structure. There is one chain, one by one people and authorities are there. Whereas in second structure, that kind of structure is called what? Cluster structure. So this is the concept of downward communication. What you people have to remember that I'm going to tell you. As far as this downward communication is concerned, you people have to remember, in this particular type of communication and in this particular formal type of communication, the flow of information is coming from the top to the bottom people, whoever are there. When you think about the structure of the organization, at the top level, management authorities are there, and the last level, at the lower level, workers or supervisors are there. So information is coming from the management to the workers, and this kind of information is, or this kind of flow, or this kind of communication is called as a downward communication. So friends, after this concept, I hope this concept is clear in the mind of you guys, and you'll be able to understand the concept. If not, please ask me to repeat the concept. I will be there to repeat the concept once again for you guys. After knowing the concept of downward communication, we are moving toward the next aspect of this particular slide, and that is advantages. After the advantages, we are going to talk about disadvantages also. So friends, when it comes to the advantages of downward communication and disadvantages of downward communication, I'm going to tell you one thing. Every concept has its own advantages and disadvantages, and this is what I said earlier in the morning also. Every concept has, or every coin has its own sides, or two sides. One is negative and another one is positive. So advantages is called as positive side, whereas disadvantages are called as, is called as negative side. When it comes to the advantages, the first advantages of this advantage of this particular type of communication is control. By using this particular kind of communication method or type of communication, every manager will be able to control the activities of the organization. If you want to control the activities of any organization, this kind of technique or this kind of method is useful. And this is what somebody said like this: if you want to control the activities, downward communication is very important, because authorities are there at the top level and information will come from the top level. So there is a chance to control the activities, and that can be controlled also. And the second advantage of this method is planning. If you want to make a plan for your business organization, and if you want to implement those plans in the business organization, this kind of downward communication is very important, and it plays an important role in every planning of the organization. And this is what we can say, this one is the one of the most important advantages of downward communication. Moving to the next and the last advantage of downward communication, that is explanation of policies. See, policies are made at management level. There are certain people, those who are there to frame the policies, they frame the policies, and whatever policies are framed by them, those policies are given to the authority or different types of authorities, workers and managers, to implement those policies. So this kind of downward communication is an explanation of policies made by the business organization. They make policies and they hand over those policies to the, hand over those policies to the managers. Then manager will hand over those policies to the supervisors will hand over those policies to the workers, and finally workers will work on those policies. So this way they can provide explanation to all the policies, and this is what we can say that explanation of policies is one of the important advantage of downward communication. So these are the advantages of downward communication, and those advantages include controlling activity, planning activity, and explanation of policies of an organization. Moving on to the second and negative aspect of downward communication, that is disadvantages. So basically, as I told you, there are two sides for every coin. So we are talking about a negative side of this downward communication. In case of downward communication, there are certain disadvantages. We are going to focus on those one by one. The first one is loss of information. As there is one chain, if you look at the chain structure and cluster structure, so So there may be a possibility of loss of information. Whatever message is given by the MD, that message will be given to the chief executive officer. Chief executive officer will give this or that message to section manager. Section manager will provide that message to middle manager. In this process of transferring the message, there may be a possibility of loss of information. Sometimes there is a chance of having some information which may be ignored, which may be neglected sometimes. So that is a big disadvantage of this particular type of communication. Then there may be a delay. Whatever message is given by the MD, that should be given by the executive officer in time, but it may not happen in certain cases. So there may be a chance of delay in giving the message. The third one is lack of participation. Mostly people don't get participate in chain structure, and this is what this kind of structure is. This kind of communication type is not good for the organization, because there is no chance to participate. Basically, whatever messages, whatever order they receive from their higher authority, they have to implement all those things. So there is no chance of participation for the various authorities at various level. Another one, that is fourth one, distortion. So there may be a possibility of distortion. How it can be distorted? See, mostly whatever message is given, that same message won't be given, and this kind of process is called as distortion. So there may be a possibility of this kind of things, because people, they have an habit of losing some information. They neglect some information, they lose some information at the time of giving the message, and this kind of possibility is there. And the last one, in case of this downward communication, the biggest drawback of, or the biggest disadvantage of this kind of communication is lack of feedback. Mostly there is no chance in this particular kind of communication for giving the feedback is not taken in this kind of communication, and this is what we can call it. This one is the biggest drawback of downward communication. So friends, in this particular video, we people have seen the concept of downward communication, as well as we people have seen advantages and disadvantages of downward communication thoroughly. I hope you people have understood all those things, including advantages and disadvantages of downward communication. And apart from this, the concept of downward communication, I hope you people have understood thoroughly. If not, please ask me your doubts and queries by using this online platform. Till then, stay tuned and stay connected by using this platform. And till then, thank you very much. Take care.